Good evening, everybody. How you guys doing? It's Wednesday night again, and we got to see who's in the chat. We've got Heather Lansgren, Rebecca Touched by Yarn. There's Thunderstick Homestead. Hello, Bowen. How you doing? And there's Linda and Ace, Hardneck Farms, and my buddy Chris from Adventure Awaits. There's Ohio Valley Prepping, Plywood, and LJ. That's Todd Laginus. And Dale. Good evening and nice to see you in here. We got Bobby at Petite River Homestead, Petite Jean River Homestead, and Old Man King Homestead. And he's on at the 10 o'clock hour Central. So how is everybody doing this week? We've been pounding post. We've been pounding post and working in the grapes. We did take Sunday and Labor Day off, so that was I just rested those 2 days. Didn't do a whole lot. In fact, I don't think I could have done less. Those were some pretty laid back days. Leanne Gunther's in here, and so is Reverend Joe Jacobson. Hey there, Terry. MT Homestead. So you guys got any questions for me? Or say something I can go off of, because this week has been pretty much wash, rinse, and repeat. Pound and post. I put out a couple shorts of us pound and post and putting post up. We had some doozies of a row. I think 7 and 8 posts down in a row. They were laying down. But you know what? We've got it down. We can pick those suckers up with no problem. In fact, I kind of enjoy it. It's kind of neat to see a whole row, whole 8 sections of grapes coming back up. Yeah, I'm weird. I know. So, let's see here. Hit thumbs up. Yeah, everybody hit the thumbs up. Yes, I did. Every time I cut it, it gets shorter and shorter. I'll let it grow a little, and I'll cut off more than I had cut off the last time. Let's see. Debbie Dratch is in here. This is an open mic, people. You can come up and talk about your channel. I know people went on a cruise this week, so they could come up and talk about that. That would be interesting to see or hear about. There's Johnny Lathe Crafts. Sometimes I stumble on that word. How's the puppy doing? He's doing good. You know what? Just when I think he's opened up all he's going to open up, he just starts. What was it? Labor Day. Labor Day was our anniversary. I've had him for 1 year now. Man, he is a love bug, but he likes to be in everybody's laps. As some people know that with the meetups I've gone to. There's Hiking with Jackie Boy. That's Kevin. How you doing? And Angie. Good evening. Nice to see you in here. Our cabin in the woods, Angie. Uh, Todd, that was a really neat project that you did. Is that sculpture? Would you call it a sculpture, or what would you call that? Because it was kind of a combination of sculpture. There was a bowl on the top, so you could probably put stuff in it, but that was interesting. A vase. It's a vase. It turned out great. I like how at the end he goes, "Oh, I forgot or I couldn't find the footage that shows me assembling it." You know where it is. You know where that footage is. No, that does happen. I have worked on videos where there's like a section that I thought I had, and for some reason it's gone, and I'm like, what? I remember taping that, and I don't see where it is. And of course, it's one of those times when you think you're recording, and then you go to click it to turn it off, and really you just turned it on for the first time. I think I double tapped the record button. Yep. That happens. And sometimes it can be really disappointing. Smash that like button, says Bowen. Do it. Do it. So, did hear word on the guy that's working on my parents' house. If you guys didn't know or don't remember me saying this, he fell off a 12-foot ladder or something of some height, and he busted himself pretty good. He busted his pelvis and his collarbone, and just when they thought he was doing good, they actually found bones that were broken that they didn't even realize he broke. So, but he is going to come back with his crew, and he'll probably be managing it to get it done in probably a couple weeks. And then the guy for the concrete, they did the concrete already, and they are already pushed real like gravelly soil up against the concrete. Now they're going to come and grade it out into the yard so it flows right up to the concrete with the grass and sod. So we got Christine, Mrs. Gillum Farms is in here, and so is the hey Johnny. He's here, and they were on the cruise, and I know that Ann was on the cruise, and who else in here was on the cruise? Did Cabin in the Woods go? Our Cabin in the Woods? Did you guys go on that cruise? Seems like I heard that. He stares at me a lot. Christine is here. Dexter. Let's see. James Hall is in here. Good evening. Thanks for coming in. And we got anybody else in here? My Alaska Bill is in here. He didn't go on. He's up in Alaska, but he didn't go on the cruise. You know, they screwed up our meeting place, Bill. Cracker Barrel. We were there for 6 hours, and look at what they do to us. Take away our Cracker Barrel. You doing, buddy?
Hey. So we're back from Alaska.
Do you feel more sophisticated?
No, I can tell you I'll tell you something. We were in some airports and stuff like that, and some cities and things, and you would really think we're doomed as a country whenever you go to airports and stuff. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah, I could imagine.
But we had, hey, Leanne, we had a wonderful, wonderful time on the ship. So on the ship, we was great. Seattle, not so much. Don't care for Seattle. And but on the ship, good, real good. So
Well, what other stops did they make? What were the major stopping points?
we stopped at Juneau. First day of the cruise was all water. Well, let me rephrase that. We took off one day late in the evening. It was all sailing or whatever, cruising, whatever you want to call it, power boating or whatever. Then on the second full day, it was all on the water. And then the third day we were in Juneau. So Juneau, Alaska was the third day. Then after that we went to Skagway. Then we went to Ketchikan. And then we worked our way back around and went to what was that? Victoria, British Columbia. And then we back to Seattle again. So, but my favorite times was, other than shore excursions where you're doing something, my favorite times were actually probably just being on the ship. It was awesome. So
yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, my southern drawl is going to pull you under. Oh well, you'll get over it. Butt nugget.
Butt nuggets in here?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I got a lot of compliments on my voice on this cruise. I can tell you that. So everybody's calling me cowboy on the ship.
And you weren't even wearing your boots.
I wasn't in my boots. I tell you what, I wore some tennis shoes and it was so comfortable. There's a lot of walking, lots and lots of walking. Hey, Wendy, lots of walking. So, but you'd think you'd lose weight with all that walking, but you know what offsets that?
All you can eat.
Amazing food everywhere, so we learned a few things. We learned, a lot of people talk about the buffets and stuff on cruise ships. Absolutely the best food was not anywhere around the buffet. If you wanted really good food, you went to the restaurants. They had a restaurant called Taste, a restaurant called Savor, and then they had, these were ones that you could just walk in and dine. I mean, you didn't have to have
An elbow?
Well, what do you call it? A reservation. You didn't have to have a reservation to dine there. And but I'll tell you what, they were awesome. We had some great meals on that ship. You love my cars more, butt nuggets? All right. Wendy, you said that just the time with your friends is worth it. I want to tell you something about that. I didn't see a lot of them most of the time. I mean, you thought we were all going together and all this stuff and everything, and you'd think we'd see each other. Not much. We saw Tony and Angie a lot. We hung out with Tony and Angie a lot, but Jesse and Lisa, I mean, they were like Bigfoot. I'm telling you. So we probably saw almost everybody more than we saw Jesse and Lisa. We saw Jackie Sailor like twice, I think, maybe in a whole week. We saw, there's just some people we didn't see very much. So,
Well, you're on a big ship with how many thousands of people, and
4,000, I think, is what they said. 1,700 crew members on that
so
ship.
you're striking up conversations with people you've never seen before.
Yep. We I think we actually started some folks' YouTube careers on the ship. Well, not on the ship, but on an excursion we did. Yep, we got to visit with Worth quite a bit. That was enjoyable, which is Ann's husband. Yeah, we didn't see Miss Ann. I think she was taking a nap most of the time when Worth was out walking around.
Bar Run Farm and Forge is in here.
Hey, Troy.
How you doing, Troy?
Bill, you could have come over to a port. I couldn't really get the ship to cruise over to where you live, Bill. So yeah,
Johnny's trying to
with words. Yeah. So yeah, we just didn't see everybody. Like, it wasn't like what you would think. I tell you what, for everybody talking up go-kart races, there was a go-kart race, but most of the people that was talking wasn't there.
Isn't that the way that kind of thing works out? But
yeah.
all these meetups we go to, we're gonna go hiking and fishing, and we're gonna do this. You're not gonna do nothing but sit on a bench and talk to your buddies.
Did you meet Scott and Glenda or Grace? All right, I met Scott and Glenda and Josh, and I got to yes, Sir Grace, and I got to visit with mostly Sir Grace. I mean, tell you honestly, I probably saw him more than most everybody. I saw Scott like maybe. Now I'm talking about on the ship. On the ship, I saw Scott maybe twice, maybe. Off the ship in Seattle, I saw him. And when we were disembarking, I saw him waiting to disembark, just like the rest of us were.
So then the question is, why were you hiding, Johnny?
I wasn't hiding. I was everywhere.
Didn't see anybody.
Everywhere. But I must not have been at the casino, I guess. I wasn't at the casino. Let's just put it that way. So.
Yeah. That the casino is interesting for about 5 minutes.
Yes, and we did the racetrack. We had a race. We actually had a race. So yeah.
Christine doesn't want to talk about go-kart.
So, Angie gives you a little hint there. So yeah. So yeah, it was a walk away on that deal.
Jeff Killian came in. Good evening.
Howdy. No, Johnny is not. If you change that to Johnny is a racer, yes, not racist. So anyway,
don't even say that word.
Yeah, that word's thrown around way too much, But anyway, I got some short material that on the ship, but I decided not to put it out because I figured it might hurt some feelers. Not of anybody on here or anything like that, or anybody that was on the cruise with us. Even it was funny at the time. So,
do you have a video coming out about the cruise at all?
You know what? I'm trying. I was really hoping to have it out Wednesday. Didn't work out because we've got so much stuff. We were gone for a week. And, other than, a lot of people on here probably don't think I actually do stuff, but I do a lot of stuff. And whenever I miss a week of doing a lot of stuff, it really puts me behind, and I'm way behind.
Yeah.
This is how far behind I am. Me and Christine finally pulled the leaking hot water tank out of the house today. and I'm drying everything. We have no water right now. We have no running water because I'm drying everything out back there from where it leaked. And once we get everything dried out and stuff, I've got to do some repair work in there, and then put the hot water tank back in. So we do have deodorant, like Christine said, though. So video of doing stuff to get caught up. No, I'm not videoing stuff to get caught. I'm not videoing putting in my hot water tank, Bill.
Show us that hot water tank all busted up. Did you turn it off while you were on vacation?
No, the hot water tank was on while we were gone, and we thought we had it. It was just barely seeping. So I thought, well, I'll throw some towels around underneath it. It was, and everything, and it'd be fine. Well, I guess the seep turned into more of a dribble while we were gone. And so, yeah, it's one of those things we had to get done. And I got that out, and it was a pain in the butt to get out. If we hadn't had the tractor here, it wouldn't have come out with the loader because I had to take it. Absolutely would not drain at all. We had the vent open. I took both of the hookups on the top off, and that bottom was just stopped up. Tried to blow air back through it. I did all kinds of stuff, but there's so much sediment down in the bottom of that tank that it would not drain. So it was a 50-gallon hot water tank, completely full of water, and it had to come out. Luckily it comes out from the outside of the house instead of the inside. So I was able to use the loader on the tractor to basically rip it out of the house. But it's out. So
you said it was near the bathroom. Is that the guest bathroom or your bathroom?
Our bathroom. It's on the end of the house back over there. But
I figured it.
Yeah, we got fans running and everything else back there, so it's drying out. You have water in your camper? No, we don't have any water in our camper right now. We didn't. Whenever I started doing this, I had a plan. I've got the new hot water tank and everything. I have everything ready. It's just going to take the other one out and put the other one in real quick. Well, after we got this one out, I said I really need to pull that. It's a pan that they had in. They built it in. It's not like one of these that you just buy and set in there. They built in this pan. Unfortunately, this pan that they built leaks badly, not from overflow, but through the seams. So I thought I need to rip that pan out of there because it doesn't work anyway. Rip it out and dry it up underneath that pan. So anyway, that's what we're doing right now. We're just drying everything out. Yep, sediment. 50 gallons of water weighs 417 pounds. Yep, and the hot water tank weighs 120. So, yeah, it was pretty heavy. I could feel it on the front of that loader on the tractor whenever I pulled it out of there. Wendy says we have an extra shower. Come on over. A little bit far. Did you cut more of your beard since last week or last time I saw you?
Yeah, it's a little shorter than the last time I cut it.
Yeah. Looks good. Looks good.
There's Tony.
Hey, there's Tony. Howdy.
How's it going,
Tony?
What's
How
that?
did it all come out, Tony?
Still.
If Tony has to jump and run, everybody.
Exactly. Now I got an appointment in the morning, so that's what he's talking about. Anyway, how's it going?
Good.
Well, besides not having any water or anything like that,
Right.
You had to shut your cold water off too?
Yes, it's all off. So I don't have a shut off for the hot water tank. So
Hey, buddy.
I have a shut off for the house. So I shut it off. Go to the corner, Johnny. No, not happening. So we're actually gonna be talking about the trip tomorrow night on our live. And and I think we may have some special guests on our live tomorrow night. I'm hoping. And John, you ain't got no open well there? No, I do not have an open well. I have a well, but it's not open. So there is actually a shut off over here closer to the house, but it's not the best. In other words, I think it would leak, and I don't want any leaks, so I shut it off where I knew it would be shut off.
Right.
Water is not fun.
I just remembered something. I got another place where I can get some water from too out there. I can get it directly out of we actually have a tank out there in the well house. It's I think it's 75 gallons. I can get water from there.
Cool.
So yeah, we're going the trip was pretty interesting. I mean, it was definitely planning on doing it again. Let's just put it that way.
Yep.
Definitely. So
We had a blast. It was great hanging around with you and Christine.
yep.
And,
Like I said,
there's some other people too that we bumped into and seen there also hung around with. It was really a blast.
yeah.
Would you go on an Alaska cruise, or would it be a different one?
No, we'd go back to Alaska.
Yep.
We actually looked, and there's one where we can like be in Ketchikan for 12 hours. Can you imagine 12 hours in Ketchikan? You know what that's going to be? That would be awesome.
Yep.
Yep. So we
Amy was looking into some of that too, but she's been bedridden. She's not feeling.
yeah. I think she came down with something from the cruise, I think.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of people get sick after vacations, especially in a vacation like that.
Well, I can see why, because a lot of times you're in close proximity to a lot of folks. And I can see
Food.
I can see,
Yep.
if somebody coughs, I mean, you're right there, I mean, a 12-hour massage, Christine says, and yeah, that'd be cool. And Angie says Alaska again for sure. Absolutely.
Yep.
We're going to go again. So we're already making plans, saving our pennies, and we want to go back with Norwegian. So we thought it was great. I don't know how everybody else thought about it, but we thought it was just fantastic and awesome. There's a few things we'd do differently, mainly our air.
100%.
And doing our own, travel plans to get to Seattle, but and we wouldn't stay in Seattle. We would stay right next to the airport because
Definitely different.
Yeah, definitely different. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
How long did you actually have to be in Seattle? Overnight?
Well, we were only there overnight, but that was like overnight too much.
What exposure did you have to it other than being in the hotel room?
Well, we had to eat, and there wasn't any eating in the hotel, so we had to go somewhere to eat, and so that put us outside of the hotel, which put us into places where.
And the restaurant is a good restaurant. We're just talking about
getting there.
What you have to walk through to get to it?
Oh yeah,
We walked, and you have to watch where you step.
Oh, was it that kind of area?
Well, yeah, it was one of the nicer areas.
Look at this. There's only like 20% of the doo-doo.
Oh man.
Have a higher count.
Christine said we didn't have to eat. We almost didn't want to eat after walking.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, Angie gets sick, and I mean that's going to happen. But I noticed us here and I were talking that when you get on the cruise, they immediately are spraying your hands down, keeping you clean. When you go to dinner, there's a guy there that sprays your hands down all the time. You can walk by and ask for it. If you go any of the restrooms in the area, they have a paper towel dispenser right beside the door. So you can use that to grab the door handle. They had a trash can right there. They're very, very good at trying to keep things clean. All the restrooms, everything was spotless. It's amazing how good they keep stuff, how clean it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a clean. I mean, they cleaned that place like crazy. Me and Tony actually were one morning watched.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was someone going around with a flashlight, shining it on little places around in this restaurant, and having somebody come and just clean these little. I mean, it's like, wow, it's crazy. But
Yeah.
I saw Bobby say they don't put airports in nice places. We wanted to stay by the airport, and we will when we go back. We'll stay right by the airport because we weren't by the airport where we stayed. Just saying.
Yeah. But the airport. The biggest thing is the flights for us. On our way home, we end up. It was kind of by our choice in a way, but I didn't want to stay at the hotel. We probably should have stayed in the lobby, but when we left the hotel, we were at the airport. By the time we got home, it was 18 hours.
Yeah, it took them a long time to get home.
It's crazy. I mean, what we had to do, but
yeah, I don't know how you did it.
Just because they wanted to fly with us, they'll never do that again.
we'll buy plane tickets together next time.
There we go.
Yeah, we'll buy our plane tickets together. Yeah, not separate days and all.
Find other people.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get home, Johnny?
Oh, it took. We were lucky. We actually got straight off of the ship and we went straight to the airport from the ship. They put us on a bus. The bus took us to the airport. We got off the bus. We had about an hour. We had about an hour of wait.
I was a little stressed. I thought we were going to miss the flight, but it worked out.
It worked out perfect. We got there and we had about an hour, and we just sat there and caught up on stuff on our phones because our phones didn't work most of the time. That's why you guys didn't hear much from us while we were gone.
Yeah.
And so we caught up on some of that stuff, text and different things like that. And then we were on the plane and we flew to Denver, and then we were at Denver for about an hour and a half, about 2 hours. We were in Denver, and then we just flew right to Tulsa and we were on our way. Good to go.
When we left the ship, we looked in our trash can for the information about our bags because they didn't clean our room for 2 days, so we never got a pamphlet about that. So we had to take our bags. We went to the service center or the center down there, and they said it's too late to get any kind of labels. She said, you're just going to have to walk on out with your bags. Guess what? That's the best thing that we did.
Yeah. Yep.
At 7:30, we walked out that door. 7:40, we were on a taxi.
Yeah.
We walked straight on out. We didn't have to do nothing. It was crazy fast. And she goes, we'll never let our bags go out, and we're going to walk them out. It was fast.
Yeah. And we should have done that.
We almost watched people get in fist fights and stuff.
But yeah. So we learned a lot of stuff during this cruise, and we'll take that knowledge with us on to the next ones for sure.
Yeah.
And but anyway.
I remembered that, I think you said the same thing, that this is probably our one and only cruise. This cruise is so good that I'm ready to go back up.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. We hated to get off. I'm telling you, it was like, oh man, is it almost? I mean, every day it was like, oh man, I wish, nobody wanted to say anything about we only have this much time left because we had so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
I know when it was I think it was Friday or something like that. Angie goes, "It's Friday." I said, "Oh, quiet, keep it down. I don't want to hear that right now."
Whales all over the place, and yeah.
When we were fishing, and we kept seeing a whale blow its stack breather, whatever it's called, and we were watching it. And so all of us got our cameras heading that way to watch it, see if we couldn't see it come out. Well, it didn't. Well, I think everybody started putting their cameras down. It was like 30 seconds after, here comes the big air blow, and then here comes the whale, comes right on up, and then the tail flips. We missed. I don't know. Did you get it? I don't think you got a picture of
I
it.
didn't get it. I got the blowing and all that stuff, but I missed the flip.
I could not believe we missed it. We were all waiting for it to happen.
But I did get the glacier falling off.
Yep.
So
You can hear it completely. It was crazy. And I kept looking, and I guess I missed it.
yeah, you can hear that thing cracking and doing all kinds of. It's loud when it's getting ready to fall. Flying to Anchorage and rent an RV. That's the best way to see Alaska. Yeah. We couldn't drive to where some of the places where we were though.
Right.
You can't drive there. You cannot drive to Ketchikan.
Right. Yeah.
It's ferry or fly. That's it.
Fishing is crazy nice. Woo.
Our family went whale watching, and it was really didn't see anything. The best part of it was being on the boat. I loved the boat ride coming in and out.
Right. Just imagine that for days, loving it.
Yes.
and having that balcony off your cabin. Oh my gosh. You just go out there and just it's like totally rejuvenate you.
Yep.
It was awesome.
I think I want to go on a riverboat cruise.
Well, that'd probably be pretty cool. I'm not saying it wouldn't.
Well, you would have scenery all the time, pretty much.
Well, we had scenery most all the time. There were some foggy times when we were out there, but
I'm going to say the first day of water travel, we had I'm going to say like maybe 70% fog. And then once you get up into near Ketchikan, heading up to Skagway, and all around there, it was good weather. I mean, it was nice, really nice. It's amazing.
yes, the weather, they told us that we brought good weather with us or something because it was amazing. And yes, sleeping on the ship with it doing that rocking thing whenever, oh man, that's the
Not
best
Angie.
ever.
Not Angie.
Well, not Angie, but the
She's-
rest of us,
Yeah.
best sleep ever.
The worst part about it was the first night waking up, because we're still on Oklahoma time. So I'm waking up at 4:00 in the morning,
Yeah.
and I don't go back to bed when I wake up. So I was up walking around, sitting on the balcony and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The next day I got like an extra hour, but oh well.
Did it move a lot? Did it rock and roll a lot, or just sometimes?
Well, the way the cruise works is during the day, whenever everybody's up, they slow the ship down. So they cruise slower because they're trying to keep, from everybody moving around, like, in other words, you have a smoother ride when everybody's up walking. At night, whenever you're asleep and they're having to travel, get across large distance of water to get to our next stop, they open it up a little bit more. You can see it. You can see how many, what do they call it, knots that they travel. You can look on your TV screen and on our TVs in our cabins, and it would tell us how many knots we were doing. And at night, we were doing like 2 more knots than we were doing during the day. And you could feel it a little bit more at night when you were sleeping, which was fine because it just rocked us to sleep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that kind of movement would put me to sleep too.
You can watch your ship traveling too, navigator, and you can just watch exactly where you're at. It
Yeah.
keeps track of your depths.
yep.
It keeps track of actually nautical miles. We traveled just over 2,200 nautical miles.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see all that on our TV screen. They have all that information, and in various places around the ship, you could also see that information. They'd have one of those screens up and show where you are and
Right.
stuff like that. And it'd show you how, we thought it was pretty interesting. They would show us how deep we were, and they would do it in meters, and then we would convert it in, say how many feet deep it was in various areas. It was pretty deep. Let's just put it that way. It was pretty deep out there.
Didn't we see 1,500 feet or something at one point on the way up?
We saw more than that. We saw 4,000 feet at one point.
Okay. All right.
We saw over, I think it was over 1,400 meters deep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yep. Yep. That's right. I may be saying that now.
Yeah.
I forgot about converting that.
100 meters deep. So yeah, it was deep.
Yep.
How does a nautical mile compare to a mile? Is it more or less?
I haven't even looked it up.
I haven't looked it up.
I don't know. Is anybody out there? We got Google, Mr. Google right here.
Yep.
So
Our external brains.
well, we were, on the ship, we were sitting there asking ourselves this same question, but we didn't have any internet, so we couldn't check it.
Right.
Nautical miles versus miles. A nautical mile is longer than a regular mile
Really?
because it's based on the Earth's curvature. So it takes the Earth's curvature into account. So it's actually longer.
Wow.
It didn't say. I guess I could see
1.3 knots equals 1 mile.
Yeah, that's what we kind of figured out. We were right in that area. I think
1.15 miles per hour. 1 knot is equal to about 1.15 miles an hour. We're talking about distance, nautical mile distance, not
right.
speed.
Right.
So,
Well, then that's the answer to the next question. Right, Dexter? Dexter doesn't care.
And on that TV screen, you can it'll give you like, I can't remember how many squares there were you could pick from, but just say 9 or 12. Anyway, you had different, like a restaurant button, offshore excursions, on the boat, just different things. So if you're interested in trying to find something out, you just click on a screen, the TV screen, and it brings up everything. You just go through it. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
1.1 miles.
Troy Sutton is in here.
Hey, Troy.
Hey, there's Bailey Woodworks.
Hey, Bailey. So 1.1 miles is a nautical mile. So now we know.
Now we know. Yep.
Out there, we were like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And we couldn't look it up.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people think, we could just do all kinds of stuff with our phones. We couldn't even when the internet that they provided on the ship, there was a ton of things that I couldn't get to. I couldn't get to like YouTube Studio. I couldn't get to quite a few different things on the ship. And then when we got off the ship, that doesn't mean you have great service even when you got off. So
Right.
we didn't do a lot of stuff. So terrified of heights. Yeah, we got high in a couple of places, and when I say high, I mean we were up there, not high.
That train ride was awesome.
That train ride was all. We had a train ride, we had a tram ride, we had there was just a lot of different. No matter what you like to do, you could find a way. I mean, you could find something that you could do on this cruise. That's for sure.
Right.
That's legal in Alaska. Just saying, I'm sure it is. Hey, I want to, one of the neatest things on this trip was panning for gold.
Yep.
And I'm giving away way too much of what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Yeah. But
Well, not everybody. You got more people in your lives than this.
I don't know about that. But we got panning for gold was neat. And I'm not going to say how much gold we found, but we found gold. And we'll talk about it tomorrow night. How much gold we found. Yeah, where's my gold?
Can you retire from YouTube now?
Maybe for a couple of days. I don't know.
Take the day off, John. Take the day off.
Boy, that gold was really cool. But we did find gold.
Yep.
So it wasn't just a gimmick. We actually have gold, and we know how much our gold is worth. We had it weighed. We know all kinds of cool stuff about gold now. So
Yeah.
Me gold. So we learned some cool trivia from different bus drivers and people who, just, that worthless trivia that, it's just neat, it's kind of like, it was pretty cool. We found out that not even even though Skagway has a river that runs right down through it and everything in Alaska, and it's below the Klondike, all the gold fields and stuff like that, not 1 ounce of gold has been found in Skagway.
Right.
Not 1 ounce.
Yep.
Even though it's just down the river from the Klondike where all the gold was found. So riddle me that.
It's like you said a minute ago, the bus drivers and stuff, even the cab we took, full of information. They were good people.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome because I could not understand our Lyft drivers. We had 2 of them, and I couldn't understand them at all. So you could understand your cab driver, I guess.
The last one going to the airport or no to the hotel was a little bit harder to understand, but I got it. But the first guy was really good,
Yeah.
and it was good. No complaints with the 2 cab drivers we got,
Yeah.
and the cabs were right outside the door, lined up, waiting to go.
Right.
No wait, nothing. Just jump and go. It was like, whoa.
Let's do this. That's what we're going to do next time. We'll just do that. We won't mess with the ship or getting our bags or any other or all that stuff. We'll just grab our bag, go down, jump in the cab, leave.
Exactly.
Johnny's spilling all the beans. Yeah.
No, we got some.
We got some beans left. We'll talk about them tomorrow night. Because y'all haven't heard anything about fishing. You haven't heard how much gold. You haven't heard anything about quite a bit of stuff. So we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
We'll give you some tips and tricks, even more tips and tricks than we're spilling right now. Because there are tips and tricks to this whole deal. So, and we had to find them out the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could imagine me trying to figure that stuff out.
What? Cruise?
Getting to a cruise and all the the travel stuff.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's some things that we would do different, but all in all, it was good.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo, fishing, any video. Nanny Tam, you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. You will be happy. I'll leave it there. That video, the way it's all working out now, it's probably going to be next week before I get my cruise video out. Tony will probably have his out before I'll have mine out. But mine will probably be out next week. imagine, because I've got an auction video to put out Friday that I haven't even started on. So probably Tuesday or so. I'm hoping for Tuesday, Wednesday.
When did you get the opportunity to go to an auction?
I went to an auction before I left for the cruise.
Oh.
I had it in, I've already had it filmed. So, yeah, there will be some fishing. So I'm just going to say, I'm not even going to say what we caught or didn't catch. We might not have caught anything. We might have just, and then again, we might have landed the Alaska record. You don't even know.
You spoiled all the stories, Johnny.
Hey, let's just say that they caught octopus.
Now in your live, you're just going to fill in the blanks of all the stuff that you said.
I am. That's going to make people that's on here go, well, we got to go that live to catch what they actually did.
Quick, baby.
I think we're going to go live at 8:00 Thursday night for all you folks who do come to our lives. Like I said, we're going to have a special guest, and so we're going to go live at 8 p.m. on Thursday night. That way, folks who do things up until 5 o'clock or after 5 o'clock will be able to maybe catch it. So
Works for me. I'm usually just getting in from work at that time.
right. And Christine at 5 o'clock, Christine is usually running to try to get a seat next to me because she's just getting off work right then when we start our live. So we're going to do, like I said, we're just going to wait till 8 o'clock, get it and do it then, because that way we can, if we have to go, if we end up talking a little bit longer, we can talk a little bit longer if we have to. So anyway, that's the plan right now. So folks, remember 8 o'clock Central Time tomorrow night. And that's, I think Troy goes at the same time I do.
He goes at
Forge
5:30 your time.
5:30. So
Yeah.
we'll be plumb out of that this time.
Right.
So that's 5 p.m. in Alaska. There you go, Bill. You can watch it. So, yep. But we thought we'd do that on this one to try to, so some folks could maybe come in and listen to what all happened and stuff like that. There's a lot of different channel stickers, out there in the world nowadays. Let's just put it that way. A lot of them. We were sticking stickers everywhere, and they were people giving them away and things like that. So, and we have some more things to talk about for sure. And us and our special surprise guest that we will have on tomorrow night, we'll have a lot of stuff to discuss. So,
Did any of you by any chance meet YouTubers of different categories?
we met, I'm going to say that we know of, I met one that had like 5 videos and 40 something subscribers.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, outside of our group, no, not really.
When we were sitting at the lounge one night, and I don't know how, I guess this guy heard us talking about Oklahoma something. Anyway, he's an eye doctor. He come up and said, "Hey, you guys from Oklahoma?" And I said, "Yeah." Hey, he goes, "Us too." And because then I heard something about an eye doctor. Well, then I turn around and I'm looking at him for a second. His voice sounded really familiar. He told me his name and went, "Holy crap." Because I listened to your commercials all day long on talk radio.
Huh.
Of all places, that's there.
Yeah.
On the cruise.
Yep. He saw a famous eye doctor. I
Yep.
don't know him myself because I don't listen to talk radio or anything like that. But
I don't know if I should say his name, so I just left it out. But I don't know if it makes a difference. I just didn't want to. He may not want it out. I don't know. I know his wife was happy to know that there's fans out there that heard his commercial. Toda, what are you doing, big boy?
so
I tell you what,
I have not scheduled it yet. I'm hoping to schedule it probably after this live. I'll probably schedule tomorrow night's live, and then and then in the morning I got to jump up, put in a hot water tank, and I got to plant all our food plots over here at the house. I've got to do a bunch of brush hogging. I got to do. Hopefully the water will heat up by then, and I can take a shower before we go live.
That's a lot to do in one day.
Well,
yeah,
I've been doing a lot. So no hot water tank installed. Everybody, I can't think of
Come
anybody
on, I need to know how to.
tank install.
I need to know how to install a hot water tank.
Yeah, you take your tractor and your loader and you rip it out of your house.
I have a winch on my front loader.
Oh,
you should see when we come home, the dogs went nuts for like 30 minutes. They were so excited to see us.
yeah. Heather, it is great to see you too. That would have made a good video. It might have made a good video, but you know what? I was just trying to get it out there, so I didn't. It is what it is. I'm tired. There's some things that you just got to do. And me and Tony talked about this a little bit on the cruise. There's some things that would make good video, but you just have to get it done. And
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
just get it done, you just do it, because you can literally spend 10 times as long trying to video it as you can just doing it. And sometimes we just got to do it. So,
Yeah.
I've gotten out of the habit of doing that.
yeah. So, and I do that more and more, I'm telling you, because YouTube takes up a lot of my time, my actual time. And
It does.
so,
It's just not the video. Then you got to go through and edit it.
good night, Reverend Joe. He's telling me
Right.
it's time to go over to Peter's.
Yes. So everybody that came into the chat, thank you very much. Thank you to my moderators for protecting my channel. And thank you, Johnny and Tony, for coming up on panel. And
Cool.
see you next week, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central. Bye for now.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody. See you tomorrow night.
Yep.